In a world overflowing with noise, we often equate attraction with what is seen, heard, or spoken. Yet what if I told you that true magnetism lies in something subtler? The silent force of Stoicism teaches us that sometimes the most powerful message is delivered without a single word. Silence, when practiced intentionally, holds a unique allure. It conveys confidence, self-control, and a deep inner peace that others cannot help but notice. What makes silence so captivating? Picture a serene mountain amidst a storm, unshaken, steadfast, commanding respect without making a sound. This is the essence of Stoicism. It invites us to embrace quiet strength in our interactions, transforming the way we present ourselves and how others perceive us. Would you like to unlock this silent charm? Stay with us as we explore 9 transformative habits that will teach you how to be attractive in silence. As we journey through these timeless lessons, remember this: the most impactful transformation often begins quietly, within, and it is in the final habit that will uncover the deepest secret of silent attraction. So be sure to stay with us until the very end. 1. Practice silence in the face of criticism. Criticism is an inevitable part of life, but how we respond defines our character. Most people rush to defend themselves when faced with unfair critique. They feel the urge to explain, justify, or even retaliate. But what if instead you chose silence? Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic emperor, reminds us, if something outside of you causes distress, it is not the thing itself, but your judgment of it. When criticized, whether fairly or not, the true challenge lies in mastering our reaction. What would happen if you embraced quietness instead? Would your silence not speak louder than any defense, showcasing a calm confidence that is rare and powerful? Consider this: silence under criticism is not a passive act, but a demonstration of self-mastery. It allows you to rise above the pettiness of unfounded remarks, letting your actions and achievements serve as your ultimate response. Imagine a scenario at work where your efforts are unfairly judged. Instead of engaging in heated debates, you remain composed, silently analyzing the feedback for any useful insights. Your calmness not only protects your peace, but also earns respect. Over time, your consistent performance will dispel any doubt, reinforcing your credibility far more effectively than words ever could. This habit aligns with the Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control. You cannot stop others from offering opinions, but you can control how much weight you give their words. Every time you choose silence over impulsive reaction, you cultivate a quiet strength that others find both intriguing and inspiring. So, how often do you let criticism rattle your composure? Could you practice silence the next time someone questions your worth? Reflect on these questions and consider sharing your thoughts in the comments. How has criticism shaped your growth? By learning to embrace silence in these moments, you'll not only protect your inner peace, but also project an unshakable confidence that draws others in. Up next, we'll explore how silence amidst boasting can elevate your self-assurance and set you apart. Let's continue to unravel the art of silent attraction. 2. Master the art of silent composure during boasting. We've all been in situations where someone around us feels the need to boast, whether it's about their career success, material possessions, or personal achievements. The natural temptation is to respond in kind, to match their stories or even outshine them. But what if you didn't? What if instead you chose silence? Boasting often stems from a deep-seated need for validation. As a practitioner of Stoicism, your goal is not to compete in this endless cycle of one-upmanship, but to rise above it. Silence in these moments communicates something profound, that you are secure in your own achievements and need no external applause to affirm your worth. Consider the words of Epictetus: "He who is not puffed up by praise will not be crushed by criticism." In this context, silence is a reflection of your self-assurance. When others boast, your quiet demeanor becomes a mirror, reflecting their need for recognition without endorsing it. It subtly shifts the focus, leaving them to question their motives, while you remain composed and unshaken. Now, picture a networking event where a colleague brags about their recent promotion, expensive vacation, or luxurious lifestyle. Instead of countering with your own successes, you nod, smile, and offer a simple, "That's great," before moving on. Your restraint not only preserves your energy, but also enhances your presence. Others notice your quiet confidence and are drawn to your understated charm. Silence in the face of boasting is not about denying your accomplishments, but about channeling your energy into actions rather than words. This approach aligns perfectly with Stoicism, which emphasizes living a life guided by virtue rather than external validation. By resisting the urge to boast, you cultivate a deeper, more genuine confidence that doesn't rely on the fleeting approval of others. So, how often do you find yourself caught in the trap of competitive conversations? What would happen if you chose to listen quietly instead? Think about how much energy you could save and how much more attractive your quiet self-assurance would be. Next, we'll dive into a more challenging habit: managing anger with silence. This powerful practice can transform your relationships and lead to a more peaceful life. Stay tuned. 3. Cultivate restraint in moments of anger. Anger is a powerful emotion, one that can sweep us away if we're not careful. It often feels justified in the moment, a sudden outburst of frustration, a heated retort, or a defensive reaction. Yet, Stoicism teaches us that true strength lies in restraint. What if, the next time anger surged within you, you chose silence instead? Marcus Aurelius posed a profound question: how much more grievous are the consequences of anger than the causes of it? Indeed, the aftermath of anger often leaves more damage than the initial event that provoked it. Consider how many relationships have been strained or opportunities lost because of words spoken in the heat of the moment. What might have changed if silence had been your first response? Imagine a typical scenario. A co-worker's mistake leads to extra hours of work for you. Your immediate reaction might be to confront them with frustration. But what if instead you paused, took a deep breath, and said nothing? In that silence, you create space to process the situation objectively. You can then address the issue calmly, focusing on solutions rather than escalating the conflict. This habit of silence in moments of anger aligns with the Stoic principle of control. Anger, like any emotion, is a natural response, but it is how we choose to act on it that matters. By staying silent, you demonstrate mastery over your impulses, allowing reason to guide your actions. Epictetus reminds us, any person capable of angering you becomes your master. Silence breaks this chain, keeping you in control. What makes this practice so powerful is the ripple effect it creates. Your calm response often diffuses the tension, prompting others to reflect on their actions without feeling attacked. Over time, this approach fosters healthier relationships built on mutual respect and understanding. Now, think about your own experiences. How often has a quick, angry reaction worsened a situation? How might silence have altered the outcome? Reflect on these moments and consider how you can integrate this habit into your daily life. If you've found this habit insightful, take a moment to like this video and share your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever used silence to manage anger? How did it impact your relationships or personal peace? Your stories could inspire others on their journey to mastering Stoicism. Next, we'll explore how silence can serve as a shield against false rumors, protecting your reputation and peace of mind. Stay with us as we continue uncovering the power of silent attraction. 4. Handle false rumors with dignity. Rumors are like wildfire. Once they spread, they seem unstoppable. They can tarnish reputations, create misunderstandings, and cause unnecessary pain. When faced with false accusations, the instinctive response is often to deny, explain, or retaliate. Yet Stoicism offers a different path: silence. Marcus Aurelius teaches us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This wisdom applies perfectly to dealing with rumors. You cannot control what others choose to say, but you can control how you respond. And often, the most powerful response is no response at all. Consider the story of a community leader who was falsely accused of financial misconduct. Instead of addressing every rumor, she chose to focus on her work, allowing her actions to speak for her. Over time, as no evidence supported the accusations, the truth emerged. Her silence became a testament to her integrity, proving that she valued her character over temporary validation. Why is silence so effective in these situations? First, it prevents you from fueling the fire. Responding to falsehoods can inadvertently give them more weight. Silence, on the other hand, signals that you are unbothered, secure in your truth. Second, it allows the noise to die down on its own. In the absence of fresh material, most rumors lose their momentum. This practice is deeply rooted in Stoicism, which teaches us to focus on what truly matters, our character and actions. Epictetus advises, "If someone speaks ill of you, do not defend yourself. Live so that no one will believe them." Silence in the face of rumors not only protects your peace, but also reinforces your reputation as someone who rises above pettiness. Have you ever been the subject of a false rumor? How did you handle it? Reflect on whether silence could have served you better in that situation. By choosing not to engage, you reserve your energy for what truly matters, projecting a quiet confidence that others cannot ignore. As we move forward, we'll delve into another profound application of silence, using it as a tool for self-reflection in times of loss. This next habit will show how silence can guide us through life's most challenging moments. Stay with us. 5. Face loss with silent strength. Loss is an inevitable part of life. Whether it's the passing of a loved one, the end of a relationship, or the loss of an opportunity, such moments often leave us grappling with intense emotions. In these times, Stoicism teaches us to embrace silence, not as a means of suppression, but as a tool for reflection and healing. Seneca once wrote, "The day which we fear as our last is but the birthday of eternity." This perspective invites us to see loss not as an end, but as a transformation. Yet, in the face of grief, words often feel inadequate. What can be said to fill the void left behind? In truth, silence allows us the space to process, to accept, and to find meaning beyond the immediate pain. Consider the story of C.S. Lewis, who, after losing his wife, wrote in his deeply reflective work, A Grief Observed, "The pain I feel now is the happiness I had before. That's the deal." Lewis, like a Stoic, used the quiet after loss to confront his grief, not to escape it. This silent introspection enabled him to find profound insights about the nature of love and life. Silence during times of loss allows us to sit with our emotions without rushing to explain or rationalize them. It gives us the opportunity to truly feel, to honor what was, and to slowly integrate that experience into our understanding of life. Stoicism reminds us that while we cannot control loss, we can choose how to respond. By embracing silence, we demonstrate our resilience and willingness to learn from even the hardest moments. How do you usually cope with loss? Have you ever allowed yourself the quiet space to simply be with your emotions? Reflect on how silence could transform your grieving process, making it a pathway for growth rather than a descent into despair. If this resonates with you, share your thoughts in the comments. How has silence helped you navigate loss? Your experiences could offer comfort and guidance to someone else on their journey. And if you're finding value in these Stoic practices, give this video a like to let us know. Next, we'll explore how Stoicism guides us to handle ignorance with grace. It's a habit that transforms frustration into understanding and keeps us rooted in peace. Stay tuned. 6. Stay silent amidst ignorance. Ignorance often comes cloaked in confidence, making it one of the most frustrating human traits to encounter. Whether it's someone clinging to outdated beliefs or speaking authoritatively on topics they don't understand, such interactions can easily provoke irritation or even anger. But Stoicism reminds us that wisdom lies not in engaging every debate, but in choosing when to speak and when to stay silent. Marcus Aurelius wisely noted, "It is the mark of an educated mind to entertain a thought without accepting it." This principle encourages us to approach ignorance with patience and understanding rather than confrontation. Silence in these situations becomes a shield, a way to preserve our inner peace while allowing the other person's words to fade into insignificance. Imagine encountering someone who vehemently denies established facts or insists on spreading misinformation. Your instinct might be to correct them, to set the record straight. But Stoicism teaches that our energy is better spent on what we can control, our own actions and reactions. By choosing silence, you avoid unnecessary conflict and demonstrate a calm confidence in your own knowledge. Consider Galileo, who faced intense opposition when advocating for heliocentrism. Despite ridicule and persecution, he often chose silence, letting time and evidence eventually vindicate him. His story serves as a powerful reminder that truth does not require constant defense. It will stand firm on its own. When you stay silent in the face of ignorance, you also create space for others to reflect on their own beliefs. Your composure can prompt them to reconsider their stance, even if they don't admit it immediately. Over time, your example of quiet strength may influence them more deeply than any argument could. How do you handle ignorance when you encounter it? Have you ever chosen silence over confrontation? Reflect on how this approach could conserve your energy and enhance your sense of peace. By mastering the art of silent restraint, you project wisdom and self-control, qualities that naturally attract respect and admiration. As we move forward, we'll look at how silence can be a profound response to injustice, allowing you to act strategically while maintaining your dignity. Let's continue exploring the silent habits that make us stronger and more attractive in the eyes of others. 7. Respond to injustice strategically with silence. Injustice often ignites a powerful urge to react, to confront, to argue, to demand immediate rectification. Yet Stoicism teaches us that true strength lies in mastering our response, not merely reacting on impulse. Silence, in the face of injustice, becomes a tool for deliberate, strategic action rather than an admission of defeat. Marcus Aurelius offered this timeless wisdom. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. When wronged, the Stoic does not seek revenge through words or emotional outbursts. Instead, they choose to remain calm, allowing their silence to reflect their control over the situation. This calculated pause is not passive. It's the prelude to thoughtful, effective action. Consider the story of Nelson Mandela. After enduring 27 years of imprisonment under an oppressive regime, Mandela emerged not with bitterness, but with a profound commitment to peace and reconciliation. His silence during his imprisonment was not one of resignation, but of inner preparation. It enabled him to lead his nation toward healing rather than further division. Mandela's life illustrates the Stoic principle that silence can be a powerful stance in the face of injustice, allowing time for clarity and the formulation of a purposeful response. How does this principle translate to your life? Imagine a workplace scenario where you're unfairly blamed for a mistake. The natural reaction might be to defend yourself immediately, perhaps even to accuse others in return. But what if instead you chose to remain silent? By doing so, you avoid escalating the conflict and create space to gather facts, reflect on the situation, and plan a measured response. Your silence signals confidence and a refusal to be drawn into unproductive disputes. Moreover, silence can disarm those who seek to provoke. When faced with injustice, your calm composure can unsettle your adversaries, forcing them to reconsider their actions. It shifts the power dynamic, placing you in control of your emotions and the narrative. Have you ever faced a moment of injustice and later regretted your immediate reaction? How might silence have served you better? Reflect on how adopting this habit could transform your approach to challenges. By practicing Stoic silence, you cultivate resilience and maintain your dignity, turning potential conflicts into opportunities for growth and measured action. As we near the end of this journey, we'll next explore how silence can be your strongest ally when dealing with personal insults. This habit, too, carries a quiet yet profound power. Stay with us. 8. Handle insults with silent grace. Insults are a test of your composure. They are designed to provoke, to pull you into conflict, and to chip away at your self-control. In moments like these, Stoicism offers a liberating path, the choice to meet insults with silence, preserving your dignity and peace of mind. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, reminds us, if someone speaks badly of you, do not defend yourself. Instead, respond with, he must not know about my other faults, else he would have mentioned those as well. This advice highlights the power of humility and self-awareness. By choosing silence, you acknowledge that insults have no bearing on your true worth. You remain unfazed, showing that your value isn't dependent on the fleeting opinions of others. Imagine someone publicly criticizes your appearance, your work, or even your character. The instinctive reaction might be to retaliate, to launch into a defense or counterattack. But consider this. What if, instead, you simply smiled and said nothing? Your silence would convey an unspoken truth, that their words hold no power over you. It demonstrates a calm confidence that few can shake, and it subtly turns the tables, leaving the insulter with nothing to feed on. Silence in the face of insults not only preserves your dignity, but also allows you to rise above the fray. It communicates that you are in control of your emotions, a quality that is deeply attractive and commands respect. Moreover, it gives others around you a moment to reflect on the situation, often highlighting the pettiness of the insulter's behavior without you having to say a word. But does silence mean you never address harmful behavior? Not at all. Stoicism teaches that silence is strategic. There are times when it is necessary to set boundaries or address an insult directly, but even then, your words should come from a place of calm and rationality, not emotional reactivity. Think back to a time when you were insulted. How did you respond? Did your reaction improve the situation, or did it escalate the conflict? Reflect on how adopting silent grace could have changed the outcome. By practicing this habit, you'll discover that silence can be one of the most powerful tools in maintaining your inner peace and projecting quiet strength. As we conclude our exploration of Stoic silence, we'll turn to a habit that encompasses them all, using silence for deep self-reflection. In the final part, we'll uncover how this practice helps you cultivate an unshakable foundation for personal growth and resilience. Stay with us for the ultimate lesson. 9. Use silence for deep self-reflection. In a world that moves at an overwhelming pace, where distractions and external noise constantly vie for our attention, moments of silence are rare and precious. Yet it is in these moments of quiet reflection that the Stoics found their greatest strength. Silence, when used intentionally, becomes a powerful tool for self-awareness, growth, and resilience. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, often wrote about the importance of turning inward. He urged himself and us to retreat into the quiet of the mind, away from the chaos of the external world. Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul. This practice of reflective silence is not an escape, but a journey inward, where you can evaluate your thoughts, actions, and desires in alignment with your core values. Imagine the end of a particularly challenging day. Instead of distracting yourself with entertainment or venting your frustrations aloud, you sit in silence. You reflect on the events of the day. What went well? What could you have done differently? Were your actions guided by virtue, or were they reactive? In these quiet moments, you gain clarity, learning from your experiences and preparing yourself to face tomorrow with renewed purpose. This habit of self-reflection through silence aligns perfectly with the Stoic commitment to personal growth. It is in these pauses that you confront your fears, acknowledge your strengths, and identify areas for improvement. Over time, this practice fortifies your inner world, making you less reliant on external validation and more attuned to your true self. Silence also allows you to connect with the impermanence of life. Seneca reminds us, "Let us prepare our minds as if we'd come to the very end of life. Let us postpone nothing. Let us balance life's books every day." Reflecting in silence, we come to appreciate the fleeting nature of our existence, which helps us prioritize what truly matters. Have you ever dedicated time to silent self-reflection? What insights did it bring you? If not, how might this practice transform your life? We invite you to share your experiences or aspirations in the comments. Together, we can learn from each other's journeys and deepen our understanding of Stoicism. Through these 9 habits, we've explored how silence, often overlooked, can be a source of immense strength and attraction. From handling criticism and insults to navigating loss and self-reflection, silence empowers us to remain calm, confident, and in control, embodying the very essence of Stoicism. Now we turn to you. Which of these habits resonates most with you? How will you incorporate them into your daily life? Let us know in the comments below. If you found value in this exploration of Stoic principles, don't forget to like this video, share it with others, and subscribe for more insights into the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. Thank you for joining us on this journey. May you continue to cultivate inner peace and resilience, finding strength in silence. Until next time, stay reflective, stay grounded, and stay stoic.